'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead.
Hey guys, so last night was the 10th episode of the second half of the second season of Pretty Little Liars, and the episode was called The Eye of the Beholder. I do not approve of Toby's pissy little attitude. Like, what happened to the sweet, misunderstood, pouty-lips Toby that we all knew and loved? I mean, geez, you break up with a guy, he leaves town, and comes back brainwashed by a blind girl. Like, what the hell, dude? I do, however, approve of his haircut. Speaking of haircuts, what happened, Jason? Where'd your little coif go? So I don't know what Aria was on, but Duncan is not cute, and he's a terrible actor. Also, I just have a feeling that he's bad news. I get a really strange vibe from him. Like, his whole reaction when he found out that Allison was dead was weirdly dramatic, in my opinion, and how he was practically forcing Aria to continue flying that plane, even though it sounded like it's about to crash and burn. What was that about? Which brings me to, Aria, you're an idiot. Honestly, who in their right mind would ever think it's a good idea to meet a guy that you just met yesterday and know next to nothing about at night at a place you've never heard of before, ride alone in a plane with him as the pilot, claiming he has his pilot license when really he could be a terrorist for all you know, and then proceed to fly it by yourself with zero pilot experience, and all while wearing a fish sweater. So this was the first time throughout this entire series that I have ever considered that Ezra might be A. I'm sorry. I just got a different vibe from him in this episode than I have in the past. Like in the scene where he's with Ella in his office, and she says something to him about how, oh, well, is there anyone that would maybe be out to intentionally hurt you? He says back to that, well, there might have been, but not anymore. And I'm pretty sure that we, the audience, are supposed to assume that he's talking about Jackie, which he very well could be talking about Jackie. That makes perfect sense. But just the way he said it kind of makes me think that he might have been talking about Allison. Like maybe she was out to get him for some reason that we don't know about yet, and obviously she's not anymore because... And not only that, but he offered Ella an apple. And y'all know my apple theory. But regardless if I'm right about the whole A thing or not, I loved how he finally stood up to Byron, and I loved that little phone call he made to Aria at the end of the scene. So cute. I just really hope that if it turns out he is A, that doesn't mean that his whole relationship with Aria was fake. I mean, he would deserve an Oscar, but that would really suck. Still don't care about Maya. So is that supposed to be a big deal that Spencer's mom was the one who decided to hire the detective? Because I don't see why that even matters. Also, she said something to Spencer about how Jason's always the one trying to blow things up. Obviously she's referring to like family issues, but does anyone else think it's kind of a coincidence that that night his house essentially blew up? Just throwing that out there. Wouldn't that be something if Jenna had like a change of heart and decided to leave the dark side because of Hannah saving her from that fire? I mean, I doubt it since she's basically the spawn of Satan, but wouldn't that make things interesting? Creepiest ending ever. And I'm guessing that it's going to turn out that either Garrett was the one who lured Jenna into that house with that text, and A laying that badge on the ground is supposed to foreshadow that he's dead, like he was in the house when it exploded, or that he's going to be framed for it. But then again, one of my predictions ever come true. Okay, seriously, Caleb better show up at some point in these next 2 episodes because I can't go an entire summer or however long it is between the finale and then the 3rd season without seeing his face. Alright, well that's all I got for you guys this week, so I will see you all next Tuesday. Bye.
'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead.